Administration threatened a complete shutdown of the U.S.-Mexico border. In the wake of President Trump's battle over the national emergency, he appears prepared to take the issue a step further. Last week, the Trump administration cut off foreign aid to El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. The administration says the countries are responsible for migrant caravans crossing the border. Amid a surge in illegal border crossings in recent weeks, Trump has argued that Mexico needs to take part in stemming the flow of illegal immigration. Take a listen to what he had to say yesterday.
We have right now two big caravans coming up from Guatemala, massive caravans walking right through Mexico. So Mexico's tough. They can stop them, but they chose not to. Now they're going to stop them. And if they don't stop them, we're closing the border.
And there you have it, President Trump threatening to close the border. Michael Furnari joins us to tell us how serious are these threats?
It seems like he's really more than willing to go through with this. Every kind of intimation we've heard from people inside the cabinet and some of these senior officials has been that he is more than willing to go through with this. We heard here that from that clip that he's really stumping on this. He's going out. He's really actually promoting this as something that he's going to be pursuing. So it seems like this is really his course of action. And the question is there anybody to stop him from doing it? And it seems like there might not be. So it looks like he's quite serious about this.
Now, this isn't a small task. What would be the timetable to close the entire border?
So what we've heard from President Trump is that he wants to try to pursue this as early as this week. But what exactly that means isn't clear because, of course, there's the policy itself, but then there's the enforcement of it. So what that means for Border Patrol, what that means for the people down there on the southern border is kind of unclear. And if there's new directives that have to be issued, all these kinds of different policy that's going to have to get done, it seems like that may take a little bit longer, especially given how understaffed border security is right now, or at least in the Border Patrol agencies.
The president talks a lot about the border, but he also talks a lot about the economy. How would this move affect the economy?
A lot of the corporations have really been pushing back against this move and have really been skeptical of this one, particularly people in agriculture. Now, Mexico is responsible for about 50% of the vegetable imports in the United States and about 40% of the fruit imports. Oddly enough, nearly 100% of avocado imports into this country. So it's really a major piece, and not just for the United States, but for Mexico, because the Mexican economy really hinges on exporting goods to the United States. It's really the critical piece of their economy. So if this turns into a stare down over this issue, it seems like the U.S. is going to be able to outlast Mexico just because they have so many more different ways to kind of drum up business. But it's in a situation where, because of these economic issues, you could see Mexico forced to capitulate on certain policy because they can't hold out economically.
Why now? I mean, we're post-caravan, we're post-National Guard at the border. Why now? Why drastic steps now?
One of the things we've been seeing over the last month is actually a bit of a crisis at the border with regards to how Border Patrol handles people who are coming in. Now, of course, one of the big precepts of the law that they have to follow is that they can't hold people for more than 72 hours. So right now, detention centers are absolutely overflowing, and a lot of the treatment centers they have are overflowing. So what happens is families and big groups will come up to the southern border, and knowing that there is no way for Border Patrol to keep them for more than 72 hours, they simply just get let into the country, and they head to these kind of these like impermanent centers that they get to stay at. And right now, that's really overwhelming Border Patrol. And then the political issue on this is that now that there's a Democrat House, there's really no way for Trump to pass any legislation on border security. And we saw this with the national emergency. It seems like he's pursuing executive action as his way to deliver on this issue.
All right. We'll have to leave it there. Michael, thank you.